Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. My next guest, running back for the Cincinnati Bengals, first-year guy, having fun.
Look at Shane.
Man. Yeah, having fun. Shane, big Bengals fan, as is Josh. Bengals well represented here, but he's a Fort Lauderdale kid who made it good. I thought he was part Paisan with Giovani here, but it's a friend of the family. Giovani Bernard from the Bengals. Happy to have him here. What's up, buddy?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. So
we have your helmet we have a helmet over here. Giovani is like a big deal.
Yeah,
very big
absolutely.
deal.
Well, talk to us about what it was like your first year in the NFL.
First year. Well, we had the whole Hard Knocks thing kind of going. And
that's right. You guys were on Hard Knocks. Yeah.
So we had that. I learned the playbook that first year. I mean, you have the Hard Knock cameras around you. I mean, but it didn't really affect me.
Not at all? Is it hard to get white chicks out of the apartment when all those Hard Knock cameras are around?
That was good.
Hey, listen, man. You got to enjoy yourself is what you got to do. It's key. Just stay away from, booze. That's a big thing. That got me. I mean, you don't want to look like me when you're 46. That's a big problem.
Looking good.
But so now the NFL, it's changing a little bit. You're coming into the NFL as it's getting, I don't want to say a little wimpier, but what do you think about the changes that are going on with the NFL as far as the concussions, and is that something you like, or is it like, let's just play ball,
For me, you don't worry about all that stuff.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, for you to get a paycheck, you have to play. Concussion or not, you're not, I mean.
So you're not afraid. Well, I mean, you're a warrior. You got to think that way, you know, but it doesn't scare you when you see some of the older guys who have some troubles?
Not at all. I mean, at the end of the day, this is our job. Are you going to get scared if somebody gets fired if you're a radio show host? No.
You're right. No, that's a good point. But some jobs are tougher.
I'm jealous of the new collective bargaining agreement. You guys,
it's pretty good, isn't it?
Is it 15 padded practices a year?
Now, what does that mean? What it used to be?
Every day.
Every day. You'd be padded both practices. And two-a-days, it used to be training camp used to have rookie training camp that started before the regular, veterans started.
No way!
You would be in training camp for a month and a half, 2 months. You're hitting twice a day. And then during the regular season, you're hitting Wednesday, Thursday, and you might go shells on Friday. You guys are now out there, shoulder pads and helmet.
I thought you meant like stuffed shells.
It's like like the spider pads and a helmet. But now you guys go out there with baseball hats on.
Yeah, we're chilling.
And jog around.
I'll be honest. Honestly, I mean, I can see where the older guys kind of get tired of it. But, I mean, at the end of the day.
Does he sound like an old, annoying guy?
I feel like an old fogey. Yeah, like shaking my fist at that rock and roll devil music.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, listen, he's living in the generation he's living in. You got to adjust.
No, it's great, and I think it will preserve your body and extend your career. What do you think about Jay Gruden as a head coach? I mean, haven't been around him as your offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
is he a big enough personality to take the reins in Washington?
Personality-wise, yes. I think he has all the tools for that, and the players are going to buy into his system. At the end of the day, I think that's what it is. If the players can buy into his system, everything will kind of take care of itself. It always starts with the players, I think, in my mind. If they can, say, okay, you know what, we have a new coach, new things are going to change around here, and they buy into that system, everything else will really take care of itself.
You got to respect the coach, both. I mean,
exactly.
And have you had that problem before? You ever been on teams where the coach isn't respected and it hurts the team?
Not
really.
I mean, I've always, for me, I've always just kind of just gone my own way and just, focus on what I need to do to help the team win.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about this year upcoming? You were second on the team in yardage, running the football. Seemed like towards the end of the year, they were using you more than the law firm. Mm-hmm. I didn't know if that's because you guys were throwing the ball more, or I think everyone assumed when the season started that you were kind of the guy, the third down back, the utility guy who'd go in there and catch some balls and pass protect and pop some some draws and that sort of thing on third down. Do you feel like you're moving towards being the guy? Is that going to happen this year when you kind of take over the lead?
I mean,
dog role.
Yeah, I mean, as a running back, you tell yourself that you're prepared, and you know you're prepared, to take over that lead role. But at the end of the day, you don't have control of that. I mean, the offensive coordinator and the head coach has control of that. If they want to put you in, they're going to put you in. If they don't, they don't.
Well, what happens now that you have a new offensive coordinator? I mean, is it start from scratch? Yeah. I mean, because it did seem like Jay Gruden thought that you should be having a bigger part in the offense.
Yeah, I mean,
good news.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
I mean, our new offensive coordinator, Hugh Jackson, he was our running back coach, so I definitely have that relationship with him. But I think if the moment presents itself where he wants me to take over that lead role, I'm not going to be shied down from it.
Yeah. When he was the head coach / offensive, I don't know if he was calling plays in Oakland or not. I thought he was.
He has to have been.
He was, he had Darren McFadden, so they would run the ball a lot. They were kind of along those lines, more of a ground-based attack. Is that the feeling that you're getting, that you're going to be in that direction with you at the helm?
I think that's his mindset. He's big on if you can run the ball on an opposing team, you'll win that game. Mm-hmm. If you can control the line of scrimmage offensively and defensively, everything else will take. Really, you'll win that game.
Is it a lot of zone blocking? Let you just make a cut if they over pursue, or are you going to be doing a lot of lineup and power and lead ISO, that type of stuff? Mostly zone.
I prefer the zone just because you don't know where the ball's going to go. Uh-huh. I mean, you have your first read, but that's about it.
Yeah, zone blocking means the entire the offensive line they step right. And the defenders, they pursue. The offensive line just latches on, takes them where they want to go. If they over pursue, Gio sticks his foot in the ground and winds it back. He can cut it back. Yeah. He's got 10-way go, basically.
Now you're talking elite ISO and a waggle. Do you ever talk to he really knows his football. You should coach, man, because you love it so much.
Why don't you?
You really, he's great at this. He's great at this, too, but, you really have a passion for it. I love listening to you talk football.
Well, thanks. I love talking football. I tried to coach football, and I was terrible.
Really?
I coached at the high school level. I was bad.
But maybe at high school level is a different story.
No.
You gotta start a little league, then work.
I don't know. I don't know how those guys do that because you can speak to this. They never are home. They're never with their families.
It's like anything else. It's a lot of hours, man.
Level, even after the season, you're on the road doing recruiting.
That's very true.
In the NFL, the hours are very intense.
Anything, if you want to be great at something, it's a lot. Look at me. I'm here a good 3.5 hours out of the day. Anything that you want to be great at. Now, so, you remind me, I'm sure people have told you this, like a Barry Sanders, that kind of great runner, strong, low to the ground, like that gravity, that center of gravity that makes you so hard to tackle. Did you ever talk to an older guy like a Barry Sanders and get something out of it? Like, you ever talk to, or is it just something you all got in your head? Do you ever try to talk to older guys about sort of life advice and on the field and off,
Yeah. I grew up around a guy, Chris Carter, growing up. And
a great receiver.
Well, you grew up around him?
Yeah. Little League football. I played Little League football with his son, Duran.
Oh, okay.
Down in Boca in Florida.
What is he doing?
Right now?
His son. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's playing the CFL for Winnipeg.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so you played with him. And you grew up around Chris Carter.
Yeah, I grew up around him. Went to St. Thomas, and then that's when he ended up coaching there. His son went there as well. So I kind of fought. We just kind of he watched over me a lot, and I learned a lot from him. He taught me a lot about life and things to do and things not to do. So
he seems like a guy. Now Chris Carter's another guy I think could be a coach. He's obviously great at the broadcasting. He likes doing it, the analysis and stuff, but he seems like great player, is also smart and could really give you to and it's smart to take it.
Impart advice.
It's smart to take advice from a guy like that. That's really cool. Have you ever met Barry Sanders, some legendary running backs that you like?
Tonight, I was actually at the Pepsi party, promotion party. I actually had a chance to meet Barry. He was in the back, in the cut. I had a chance to meet him.
Yeah, he's kind of
awesome.
Like to himself a lot of times.
I played in the beach ball with him. He couldn't have been a nicer guy.
He's a really cool dude. He's a really cool dude. And I'm sure a lot of people every single day are always trying to, get a grab on him, but I understand. So I shook his hand.
But you're special. You're a great player in the NFL. Who's compared to him? I mean, it's not like me going up to him, going, "Hey, want to go play volleyball?"
I think Barry Sanders. People don't know this about him. The fact that he retired when he was
on his
the
own
best
terms,
running back.
It's like, I want to get out of here now.
He's a different kind of guy. Like, he just really doesn't care about the fame, but he's gracious and understands that everyone is obsessed with him.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, when I met
God
Barry
in Detroit.
Sanders,
I've done stand up in Detroit. If you're some young comedians out there, here's a piece of advice: you're doing stand up in Detroit and you're bombing, just say Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
You'll get a 5-minute ovation.
when I met him, he came to me like he knew that somehow that I played fullback, and he knew that I would want to meet him, so he came up to me and he was like, and put his hand out.
Right.
Just the coolest thing in the world. Like, he's on the offensive because he knows that people care about him.
Well, Gio,
like, he doesn't care about the fame, but he knows other people do.
What are you like in that situation, the fame, that aspect of it, Gio? Do you have a set amount of time that you want to play in the NFL, like maybe 10 years and out or whatever it is, and then go into some sort of business, or what? Do you have future plans? Do you really think about that? Or
yeah, I mean, you always want to think about it for sure. I left school early, so I have to go back and get my degree. That's something I want to do. But I think it's in the NFL, it's almost if your body lets you play, you gotta play.
Absolutely.
If you could play, the 12, 13 years, I don't know, not that many people can do that. Running
That's
back,
long in the NFL, man. Yeah.
But it's tough. But if you can, I mean, if your body can withstand it, why not?
Yeah, I mean, John only played 7. Horribly disappointed his family.
Yeah. My goal was 10. I would pray every night right after I got drafted to get 10.
Would it be frustrating if you knew your butt? Like Jordan went through this. I think he retired and he realized, God, physically I could still play and I love it. Do you think you could do like what Barry Sanders doing, knowing physically you could still do it? Could you walk away still with that? Yeah,
I could.
I think that's important.
Because
I think
you got to be true to yourself.
Yeah, you got to do what you want to do. Yeah.
Barry's just a different kind of guy. But did you think? I mean, you were the first back selected in the draft. A lot of people, the guys in the know, were saying, Gio Bernard, he is the best back. He will go first. But there were people who didn't really know how good you were. Was that something this season you felt like you needed to prove that you were deserving?
I mean, you're always trying to prove something in life. You never, if you stop trying to prove something, I think what's the point of doing it? I'm always trying to prove people wrong. I'm always trying to, prove the doubters wrong.
You use that as a motivation.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do in life.
Yeah.
What do you need to do to get better?
Everything. You don't want to limit yourself.
Right.
Well, what do you focus on? Like, do you have goals like I need to improve my pass protection? I need to work on, hand position. I need to work on understanding coverages.
You need to get on better talk shows.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, hopefully I can get an 8 o'clock one so I can go to sleep.
Goals for 2014: never come on the show again. No, but that's a good point. I mean, when you guys, and John, I think you're at the same level too. When you play at the highest level in a sport like that, can it be hard to motivate yourself? Like, you gotta really say, okay, if a team's mediocre, you're going into a Sunday, and maybe you get a little too sleepy and you get beat. Is it hard to motivate yourself?
It's not hard to motivate yourself. I think it's, what do you play the game for?
Right.
You're trying to play it for, trying to get your money and eventually one day to, not have to do anything else.
Look good every week, and absolutely. That's why, hey, listen, some people can't deal with that,
I don't think I understood the whole business aspect of the game.
That's all it is.
Well, clearly you're here.
Until it was almost too late. Like, I wanted to believe it was like college football, that it was team-based, that it was, you're working for others, and the whole rah-rah thing. I wanted to believe it was like that. And I think I fooled myself into thinking it was like that for a while. Is it a different NFL now where guys are more aware of exactly what you're doing, which is a job?
Yeah. I mean, guys, by this time and age, I think guys understand that this is a job and it's a business, and you have to understand that. I think that's one of the things. To be able to survive in this, you have to understand that it is a business.
Right.
Things aren't. If a guy gets cut, if a guy doesn't do this or the guy doesn't start, it's a business, and you have to understand that. It's not hard feelings. It's not the coach doesn't like me. It's none of that. It's a business.
And you're like, yeah, other people are making money. I'm making money for them. It's not wrong to think like you want to make money too and do whatever outside. Well, listen, Giovani, I really appreciate you coming on. I wish you nothing but the best. Please come back. Unless you get on a better show, I understand. But
Earlier show.
Come back and talk to us anytime. But really, honestly, you're young. You seem to be very smart, and you know where you're going. Good luck with everything.
Are you going to the game, or are you watching on TV?
That sounds smart.
What do you think? What do you think about the game?
Yeah, give us a prediction.
I want to keep it in the AFC, so I'll go with the Broncos. But I think it's whoever has the ball the longest.
Yeah.
Time of possession. I think that's who will win it.
Broncos in a close game, maybe you think? Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a close one.
All right, well, listen, Giovani, great job. And, again, I wish you the best, man. Have a good career.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
And we'll be back. We're gonna eat a little bit with Joe Leone. I can't wait. After these words.
The Artie Lange Show. Weeknights on Audience. Only on DirecTV.